Hello again, and welcome to the second part, sort of second part, of the Zul'Gurub mount runs. Now I just downed the raptor boss, and now I'm making my way over to the tiger mount boss. When you start to engage the trash, it is very important that you get down the humanoids first. They have an axe thrower ability, and if there's more than one of them, they start their axe thrower ability, they can actually keep you down indefinitely. You can't heal yourself, you can't do nothing. So it is extremely important that you concentrate on them first. The tigers, they have 9,000 health, just about, and there's some cubs. They have about 3,500. So they're not the big issue. So if you can stay as far away as possible, or stun them, or fear them, or any other kind of crowd control, you should be able to take them down without too much trouble. And make sure before you start the boss fight that you clean up the trash first, because you don't want them involved during the fight. The fight is complicated enough without more trash along the way. Now the boss is actually three bosses. There's a rogue, a priest, and I actually don't know what the last class is. The priest isn't that big of a deal. The rogue is a little bit annoying. He saps you, and for me, where I have a pet that is tanking, he saps my pets. And it's, in a way, it's good, but it's also a problem. It's good in the way that I can have some time to let my pet get some health back through my healing spells. And for 3-4 seconds they are on me instead of my pet. And then if you have some way of, for me as a hunter, I can feint death, and they will automatically go back and concentrate on the pet. So if you can kite them, it shouldn't be that big of an issue. You have made sure that your pets or some other helper class, if you are two, have gotten heals and given them a little bit room to breathe. And then when you get the aggro back onto the bosses again, you shouldn't have too big of an issue. Now, as you can see, I just gotten my pet killed. I don't know why. I just had difficulty with this fight. I have tried a couple of times before, and I was successful in actually bringing them down, just not down at the same time. Because that is the alpha and omega of this fight. If the bosses don't get taken down at the same time, and I'm talking within 3 to 5 seconds of each other, they will spawn the fallen comrade again, and he will have about 60% of his original health, and you're pretty much back to square one. So it is extremely important that you can keep the health of the three mobs at approximately the same point. Now, one of the guys, he's called Lorcan. He is the biggest problem. He's the healer, and he heals himself and his comrades. But there is one good thing about him. His mana regen is pretty slow. So if you have a class or some ability where you can drain his mana, or in other ways keep his mana down, you can actually come to a point where he's fully depleted of mana and he can't heal his comrade. This is pretty good, because if you come to a point where you've taken out one of the others. And if you're unlucky, he gets a heal off, and during that time he might end up healing himself, or a second one still standing, and you don't get them down within that 3 to 5 second window, and he's gonna respawn again. So if that happens, the best thing you can do, instead of keeping to try and getting them down, if you can roll over or in some other way stop the fight so they resets, that's actually the best thing to do. The last time I was doing these guys, I got them down, but not within the window that I have to get them down, and they came up to respawn with 60 points, 60% health again, and it was simply impossible to control at this point, so I just gave up. Now, if you do get these 3 guys down, you come to a second phase where a guy spawns, and this fight is actually pretty much a tank and spank. This shouldn't be a big problem. And when he's down, you loot the boss, and if you're lucky, the mount's gonna drop. Well, I hope this has helped you, and at least shown that not everyone is super duper players. I had problems with this, of course. I will keep trying, and at one point when I can get down these bosses, I will make another video showing me completing this. So anyway, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.